we both got to sing with Tom Jones, and I have to say, you know, I learned of Tom Jones watching y'all on the Fresh Prince show.
Right, yes.
Did anybody else, you know?
Yeah, I didn't know Tom Jones either.
You didn't?
No, I didn't know. You know, I grew up in the Bronx, right? I was born in Harlem, in the Bronx. Yeah, you know, Tom wasn't very big in the neighborhood.
Right.
But you know, I feel like Tom got bigger in the neighborhood because I got to do that with him playing Carlton, and so people then kind of learned who Tom Jones was, and so it was. But Tom was such a wonderful guy. I mean, he came on set and had a blast, and he was, you know, really cool and wonderful to all of us, and especially me, to be able to sing that song with him back then was very, very cool.
Well, thank you for introducing us,
Right.
our culture, to that.
Yes.
Tell me a story how you got the part in My Wife and Kids.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so, okay, they had already been seeing a lot of girls, and I was wondering why I didn't get an audition, and so I called my agent, and he was like, well, you know, you're a friend of the family, and they love you so much, but I don't know if he sees himself playing opposite of Gina for, you know, 5 seasons, and I was like, oh, okay. So I called Tashina, and I was like, yo, T, you got the sides for your audition? She was like, yeah, I'll send them to you, right? So she sends them to me, and I was like, oh, I could do this. So I was like, when's your audition? She was like, it's tomorrow. I was like, send me where you going so I could sneak in. And so she does.
That's the system.
Yeah, that's my sister. So she sends it to me. So I'm on my way, I get dressed, I get in the car, I'm driving. I call my agent, I say, yo, I'm about to crash this audition. I just want you to know. And he was like, don't do that. You're gonna ruin your career. This is awful. You're gonna, and I was like, oh, you're so negative. so then I pull up to the lot, and you know they got security down, right? And I see a brother security man, and I see another security man, right? Right. So I was like, ooh, maybe the brother will let me in. As soon as I pull up, brother goes on break, and I'm like, oh. Right? But then, I gave my name. He was like, I'm sorry, your name's not on the list. And I was like, well, my agent did this to me again. Oh, my God. Oh, God. What am I going to do? And he was like, well, there's a lot of people that look like you, so why don't you just go on? And I was like, okay, thank you very much. Thank you. And you got it. And then I wound up getting it, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I totally snuck in.
See, never give up. Y'all
Never
see
give
that?
up.
That's for sure.
But don't follow my lead. Do not sneak in, y'all. That's not a good idea.
Everybody ain't Tisha Campbell, that's for sure. You ain't gonna get through them doors, that's for sure.
Do you get recognized a lot?
Do I get recognized? Not
Yeah.
with this beard. With this beard, I'm pretty under the radar. But when I speak, it's my voice.
It's your voice. That
right?
happens
It's
to
my
me
voice.
too. Yeah.
No, everyone knows who you are.
Well,
Come on.
no, not all the time. Sometimes I'm like, how did you recognize me? So it's your voice. That wasn't for me.
Yeah, it's my voice.
Thank you.
And the thing sometimes about being on such a popular show is, you know, you think it's really nice, like you go to fancy restaurants and you know people, and so you get in and you see other people standing in the line and you say, haha, look at me, I'm walking straight into the restaurant. And then other times you go to people don't recognize you. You know, first you're like, I don't want to be recognized, I want everyone to leave me alone. Then the show ends and no one really watches you anymore, and then you're like, what? Look, how? Can you just let me into this restaurant? You know, can you just let me in anymore? And no, it just goes really quickly. So fame is not real, but I do miss it.
And then I got Sister, which I didn't want to do.
You didn't want to do Really? Please explain. Like,
I didn't want to be. God, these pictures. Well, I didn't want to be nobody's mama. You know, I thought I was a hot, sexy. You know, I still had it going on. I was trying to be somebody's mama, and then I met those girls and fell in love. I met them when they were 13.
They were 13?
They're just wonderful, yeah, and I loved it. And it turned out to be even more successful, believe it or not, than 227, because they know it, and it's transitioned and transcended to you and your generation, which is, you know, knock on wood. Who knew?
Yeah.
You know, I thought I'd be in San Diego in my condo with a, you know, young boy like Cher.
the show is in syndication. Like, you got to be excited about that.
Yeah, I mean, syndication is a wonderful thing. I mean, now it's the news in the neighborhood. Right back to back, so.
I love it so much. It's so good. That's my type of show all day long. Can you tell us what the new season is about?
So, you know, it's great. You know, the show is really about gentrification in the sense that, you know, Calvin and Tashina, who you had on, is great. We live in a predominantly black neighborhood, and that neighborhood is starting to, you know, white families are moving in. In the beginning, I'm resistant to it. My character is kind of the opposite of Archie Bunker.
Yes,
and so,
I thought so.
And then through the years, just through getting to know each other, allowing yourself to learn about the other person, we've become friends and we've learned to, you know, get along. And that's what the show is about. And so in this newer season, we're in our 5th season now, you see that we kind of get along. And now, my family's starting to grow. My youngest son is engaged. Now we got to stretch a different way. We got to see if this new girl gonna work in our family, and if that gonna work. And then, you know, the people are coming after my shop now. Like, now it's more than about the homes, it's about the businesses. And so these things start to change, and so questions get asked. Like, do I want to sell my home is one thing, but now when somebody wants to buy my business and I can make a lot of money, that kind of changed everything for me. So these are the kind of questions that get asked about what the world and where you are in growth, and how do you change and what do you think?
I've done a lot, been very, very, very blessed to do, but I'd love to go back and do Broadway again.
Okay,
I love plays. I'd never done a play until I went to do Annie Get Your Gun.
Really?
And I just fell in love with it.
Wow. So is that your favorite, like, form of stage? Would you say? Can you pick?
Form, no. The thing I like about being on stage anywhere, where it's in front of a concert or a play, musical, whatever, you get that instant reaction. And that's what I like. I like to be there. I like to be present with the audience. And when you're doing TV or, you know, taped TV, when you're, like when we did Big Sky or we do a movie, you have to wait and see what the response is going to be, but nothing like live performing. You agree?
I totally agree. That's why I had to ask you. I'm like, I gotta see what you think of that.
Oh, yeah.
If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.